Hi everyone, it's Shelf from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's day 10 in the 2024 Countdown to Christmas series with Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations. Our technique for today is recycled, and we're going to be making 2 of these 3 projects in this video. The first one we're going to do is the tag, and I'm going to be using the freebie from the August 2024 Honeybee release, and probably one of the bags that came with the release. Honeybee always packages their stuff in these adorable bags. There's a couple different patterns, and I have kept a lot of them for purposes like this. So I cut off one of the bottom corners so I could go ahead and use the scalloped oval to create the tag. Now I did want to do front and back, so I cut it off at the corner so it was attached on 2 of the 4 sides of the paper, and we were able to cut 2 pieces with 1 pass. And then I cut a piece of white cardstock that is thicker because these are flimsy, and then use my Bearly Arts glue to attach the patterned side face up to the white piece of scalloped cardstock. So I'm using, again, Bearly Arts glue to go ahead and attach this to each other. And then I wanted to put something on it, but I wasn't sure what. And I picked out the oval from this die set as well. It cuts out an oval that leaves a little bit of the scallops to be seen. I only wanted to do it on one side. I'm going to run this through my Bitty Buzz cutter again with some white cardstock, and then we're going to use this as the base for the decoration. If I put the holly leaves that we're going to use right onto the pattern paper, there's not enough contrast, there's not enough to break it up, so this piece of white oval will actually help with that. This die set is from Honeybee as well, and it is the layering guide for the Lovely Layers winter guide, I believe. We're going to be using the 2 holly leaves and the berries that come with it. The berries are actually for the holly leaves as well as some other of the greenery that are in there. Took a piece of green cardstock and ran it through with the green pieces and then ran it through with the red. And while you're watching me do a little bit of Copic coloring and then a little bit of the distressed inker on the outside, I thought I would talk to you a little bit about the series. If you guys are new, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. The series is something that Marie and I are doing. This is the 2nd year that we've done the full year together. 3 years ago, she did 1 day, and I asked her if she would be willing to do, last year I asked her if she would be willing to do the full series, and she accepted. So we are doing 25 days of Christmas videos, all different kinds of projects, techniques, themes, different ideas, stamp sets, etc. So at the end of this, you will have 100 unique videos, 50 from each of us from the past 2 years, for a bunch of inspiration for your Christmas projects. There is an intro video that I did that you want to check out if you haven't already. It will give you all of the guidelines for what you have to do to be entered to win a prize. And I will have the playlist link for all the series or all the Christmas videos that I've done, or as many as I could remember to put in there. And then there's a link to Marie's channel also. Make sure you go over and check her stuff out. We have 2 completely different crafting styles, so I love to see how we both interpret the theme, technique, whatever we're doing very differently. Sometimes we use the same projects, and it's hard to even know that we use the same products because our projects are so completely different. So back to the projects. So I am gluing down the holly leaves after I've gone ahead and added some shading to it. I went ahead and added a little bit of shading to the berries, but I didn't love the way that it turned out. I do end up using that really large berry that you can see in the center of that cutout to the left. I did shade that one, but you can't really tell once I put the other berries on top of it. So I am recording this at the very last second. I forgot all about doing a video. I thought I had done mine for Friday, but realized I didn't. And then we were out trick-or-treating late last night. It was just Mila because poor Nora was sick. And then we had dinner afterwards, and by the time I got home, I was exhausted. But I realized I had to do this video, so I did it last night, and now I am very last minute doing the voiceover because I didn't have time to do that last night before I was too exhausted to do it. So hopefully this makes sense, and I know this is going to go up, and this is I'm coming down to the wire for when it needs to be posted. So back to the project, I ran around the edges just to make it look a little bit more distressed, because I thought that the white was a little bit too stark between the bag and then that. So I did use some vintage photo, whatever was left on the brush, and just ran that across. This is a die that I got free from, I think it was Christmas 1 or 2 years ago. So it's the Santa bag die, and it comes with a couple of accessories. There's also a stencil that goes along with it, so you can die cut it and use a stencil on it and ink it up. But I wanted to do the paper bag because I thought that it looked kind of cool, but I also wanted to do something a little bit different and not just put it on flat. So I'm going to show you what I did. I am also running a piece of that same red scrap cardstock through my die cut machine for the little tie that goes on top of it. I'm only going to be using 2 pieces on this. And then we're going to use the Bearly Arts glue to attach it to the bag. The recycled elements on this card are the bag, the paper towel that I used, as well as the background. I created the background from another project and never used it, so just figured I would use it here. Oreo comes to help me as I'm gluing it on. He's super helpful. He was actually stealing some of the scraps from my desk, so I had to turn the camera off. I'm now going to use that same glue to go ahead and put just the top down. I'm going to put the paper towel in place and then use the glue to go ahead and seal that all up. So while you're watching me finish this, I thought I'd talk a little bit about that third project that you saw in this video. I used the paper bag, some of the MFT stamps dies, and then ran that through my machine and used the larger size, and then ran the next smallest size through, and then went down until there were, I think, 4 layers. I glued the first layer down and popped the other layers up. I love the way the card turned out, but I couldn't figure out how to incorporate it into Christmas. I wanted to show it to you guys so you could see what the card looked like, because I thought it was a really cool design, but didn't know how to make it Christmassy. So if you have any ideas, let me know below once you see it. I did try some Distress Oxide and Distress inks, and it just didn't look right on top of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye!